Yo, what's up, y'all? Jamel Redemption here. This episode is dedicated to repairing broken men by doing righteous things. Welcome to the RBM DRT channel. Many of you know that the acronym for RBM DRT is repairing broken men by doing righteous things. And today, we're talking about the number one thing that creates broken men, low value men, and that number one thing is toxic single mothers. Yeah. The top thing that creates broken low value men is toxic single mothers. The most toxic environment for a boy growing up is a single mother household. Many of the lessons they learned in that hostile territory growing up turns them into lost, confused men without a clear sense of identity. How does a single mother destroy her son? Let me count the ways. The fact that so many people come from single mother homes is a pure indicator that without a father, one may feel like life isn't even worth living. 60% of youth suicides come from fatherless children. Fathers are protectors, providers, and disciplinarians. And not just in terms in protection, as in guns, or the fact that a man is stronger and more powerful than a woman is physically. Men protect their children from a sense of desolation by simply their presence. Not just in terms that they provide money, being that men make more money than women, because we all know that women on average make 82 cents for every dollar a man makes in the workplace, in the workforce. It's not about men providing food and shelter. Men provide logical thinking techniques and the masculine principle. In the Bible, the book of Proverbs describes the masculine principle as knowledge and the feminine principle as wisdom. We cannot have true understanding. We can't get to knowledge, wisdom, and understanding without both of those things. The men bring the logic, the knowledge. The knowledge is the logic and the way we manipulate forces of this universe. It's true power. Power is defining phenomenon. You know what I mean? And manipulating it. Wisdom is something about, the wisdom is the nurturing and the multiplication of knowledge. Women multiply things. Women nurture things. And the understanding is the family, the children. You feel me? Fathers are disciplinarians. But that's bigger than just correcting a boy when he's wrong. It's based on teaching that boy to set boundaries as a man. The key aspect of a father here is protection. Protection. This is the most important thing here, because women or mothers are not meant to protect human offsprings from the danger of this world. Men are supposed to protect the family. If you take that out the equation, where's the protection? Now, what I just did is, give you the definition of a father. Now, if a father is absent, or if a child is fatherless because that father may have died, that father may have left, that father may not even have been a good man, you have some women who will know how to balance her energy or take her masculine attributes inside herself, because we all have that polarity of the man and the woman inside of us. We all have masculine, feminine qualities. But a toxic mother, she's not a stable person within her own femininity. So she cannot even bring up her masculine energy. We're not talking about the few women who know how to harness that masculine principle, who know how to balance it with her feminine principle, and make up for an absent father. We talking about toxic, especially black females here. We talking about the toxic single mother. In modern times, we forget how dangerous this planet is. In days of old, we had to physically fight for our survival every day. And as far as violent animals, dangerous environments, and creating a suitable living quarter, that responsibility fell on men, not women. So now in modern times, a woman might have a suitable job, or may have, or the government may give her shelter. So those things are not true male protection. You feel me? She's submitting to the government. She was submitting to the white man to provide for her children, or she's submitting to another type of force that will bring a sense of protection, but not in a way that protects that child. Doesn't protect that child mind, body, and soul. A toxic mother destroys her home from the inside out. You see what I'm saying? That's why people don't want to visit a toxic mother's house. You don't see her having gatherings. And if she does have gatherings, the negative energy that she possesses, there might be fights there. There might be negative things happening there. A child might get sexually abused in that environment because of the things she's bringing around them. But for the most part, ain't nobody want to come to a toxic mother's home. She makes it a negative place to be. Nobody wants to visit her home because the energy there is so bad. She never has gatherings because nobody will want to be gathered around there unless they negative too. She doesn't promote good emotional fortitude in her son. She doesn't know how it feels to be a man, let alone a black man in America. So she can't give sound advice on how to cope with dealing with society in general. She may be too strict for no reason. She make her life more important than her own son's life. She takes her son's life away to the point that since she doesn't have a husband or a male counterpart, she uses her son as a substitute. She criticizes everything her son does and will not allow her son to make important decisions. She thinks she's right about everything. She will act like she doesn't even like her child. She hates the dad more than she loves the child. And to her, dick is more important than her own child. She cherishes the dick she gets from whoever she's getting it from more than the love of her own child. She'll push her child off to other people. Maybe it be a grandmother, an aunt, or whoever the case may be. She pushes that child off. Let's take LeBron James for example. A lot of people say, well, LeBron James came from a single mother household. No, the fuck he did not. LeBron James went to live with Fred Walker when he was 9 because his mom couldn't take care of him by herself. Fred Walker had a family, you know what I mean? Fred Walker helped turn LeBron James into the GOAT we know today. It ain't got shit to do with his mom. The best thing LeBron James' mom did was give him away. So people like to say, look at LeBron James. Nah, he ain't come from a single parent household. Look that shit up if you ain't know that. Look up Fred Walker and how he shaped and molded LeBron James into one of the greatest basketball players ever. He wouldn't be the star today if he didn't get away from that single mother. Shit, I can use myself as an example. A lot of the broken qualities that I possessed in my forming years, because when I was 9 years old, my family came together and they saw that it wasn't suitable for me to stay with my mom. And until I was like 9, we was living with my aunt and my uncle. And my aunt was a great woman, you know what I mean, Christian woman, and she didn't have any children. And she used to always tell me she loved me. She used to always speak positive affirmations to me. But when me and my mom was going to move out of her household into an apartment complex, my family was like, you can make that choice. I kind of remember it, but I currently remember, the biggest thing I remember is making the wrong choice. I had a choice to stay in a stable household with a man and a woman. But because my mom kind of coached me into the answer, I said I wanted to go stay with my mom. The biggest thing was I was scared of my uncle. He was a good discipline. It would have been better for me to stay with him. But because I was, coached into the wrong answer by my mom, I went to stay with her, which was the most fucked up decision I ever made in my life. One of them. And I went to a place with her where I became a broken young adult. And I eventually became a broken man because of that. Because my family let that decision up to me and my mom, a choice that shouldn't have been placed on me, looking back at it. And I see my uncle now, and he know, I could see it in his eyes that if he could go back in time, he would have helped me make the right decision. There's no sound counsel in a house with a toxic single mother. There are a lot of factors that could make a black woman a toxic single mother. And before I get off this video, I'm going to name 20 of those reasons. They speak negatively about the father. They say negative things about men in general. 3, they teach their sons to disrespect their father's authority. 4, they teach their sons to disrespect male authority and male authority figures. 5, they project anger of the father onto the child. 6, they don't allow the father to see them. 7, they bring in substitutes for a father. 8, they coddle their sons. 9, they're inconsistent with discipline. 10, they teach their boys to be emotional. 11, they don't teach their sons what boundaries are. 12, they don't teach their sons coping skills. 13, they do establish a codependent relationship. 14, they smother their child. 15, they bully their child. 16, they ruin their child's life. 17, she thinks she can raise a man to be a man on her terms. 18, she tries to ruin her sons by trying to make him into a perfect person, which she can't do. And then she'll punish him for when he doesn't live up to her expectations. 19, she doesn't encourage her son or support them in their quest to be independent men. 20, she doesn't encourage him to embrace his masculinity. Today, I just wanted to talk about the number one thing that creates broken men. And that's a lot of men are broken and low value because they don't understand that their toxic single mother made them broken. A lot of people may look at broken and low value men and not understand what caused them to be so broken and low value. But until we start to hold these toxic women accountable and get them the help that they need, we will continue to bring forth broken, low-value men in this society. We don't need no more of that. And we need the repairing of broken men. It is easier to build up strong boys than it is to repair broken men. But it isn't impossible to repair broken men. Peace.